Cinderella. Well, before I get into Cinderella, I have to talk about the Frozen short, Frozen Fever. It was okay. It was just okay. There were a lot of questions I have about the short because of what happened. Okay, first off, it's about 5 minutes long, I think, and it has one song, and it's not. The song is not as good as the others from the movie. It's not as good as Let It Go or First Time in Forever, but it was a decent song, and Idina Menzel and Kirsten Bell pulled it off. They were great, and yeah, I think the cast is mostly back, and the animations are superb. I mean, of course, it's from Frozen, and but the thing is that yeah, Elsa's powers. All right, so she has a cold in this short. A cold. And every time she sneezes, a little snow gremlin keeps popping up out of nowhere. So that makes me wonder, is this the first time this ever happened to her? Like, ever. Because, first off, I didn't even know she could get a cold because she's the freaking Ice Queen. Her powers are snow and ice. But, okay, I'm willing to accept the fact that she can get colds. So it's ironic. However, she never noticed that she could create these snow gremlins? Really? Because as a kid, you get sick a lot because you're still getting used to things. Everyone gets sick a lot, especially if they're a kid. So, she's like 20 years old right now, probably at least 18. So, what the heck? If this is not the first time she got a cold and she sneezed before, how come there's not 100,000 snow gremlins inside the castle the entire time? You know, this makes no sense. This just happened? It's the first time? Makes no sense. And also, how come no one sees the freaking snow gremlins? I mean, Anna and Elsa did not notice them every time she sneezes, but everyone around them sees these little guys, and they don't even say anything to these people, especially Elsa. They should know it's Elsa's doing, but no one tells her, oh shoot, you gotta stop because you created multiples of these things. No one does. Ugh. And also, Elsa has this power to change outfits. She can okay, I know it was demonstrated in the original movie, but here's the thing. At least she changed her outfit and it resembles something like snow or ice. Here, it's green. It's freaking green. She has the power to change the outfit to green, and she can do it on Anna as well. And I'm thinking, she changed it because it's like snow particles or ice particles, or she can change colors because that's how she can. I don't know. It makes no sense to me. And the fact that this 5 minute short makes me question so many things about the freaking short. Oh my god. I mean, sometimes I'm wondering, oh, okay, this is how the writers were thinking and all that stuff. Or they just think it's for kids. And yeah, sure, the Frozen short is good for kids. At least it's harmless. But at the same time, if you're using your freaking head, you're thinking, okay, how is this working? But still, like I said, it was decent. The song was decent. The actors are back. Idina Menzel did a great job, of course. She's the main star of the short. And I don't understand why she had to act drunk. Yeah, because she's sick, she acts like she's drunk. Which is weird, because her animations, she's all slow and stuff, and she's like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna help you, and we're gonna bring you to your birthday party, And I was like, what the heck? She's not sick, she's drunk. Unless that's the point, that this is abnormal for her, so her being sick means that she's acting like she's drunk. I don't know. Alright, anyway, so on to Cinderella. Well, before I get into Cinderella, I have to talk about how I felt about the animated movie. Okay, I wasn't really a fan of the animated movie. Well, now, I still respect it as a classic. When I was a kid, I remember I liked it a lot. But when I watched it recently, after growing up, I realized that I only liked the movie only because of Jock Jock, Gus Gus and the Rats, Lucifer, the Wicked Stepmother, and the Fairy Godmother. I did not care at all about the love story with Cinderella and the Prince. I do not care about her going to the ball. Sure, I thought that the Cinderella kind of had a bland personality. Then again, her songs are good. She sang very well. The voice actress was good. No fault to that. It's just that the character was kind of written terribly. But then again, this was, back then. What was it? Cinderella's from the 1950s or 60s. I could be wrong about that. But after watching it, after not seeing, watching it for a while and then watching it recently, yeah, it's not as good as I thought it was back then. But I still respect it as a classic. I mean, it's still animated well. So, yeah, when I heard that there's a live adaptation of Cinderella about to be made, I didn't care for it. I didn't see the point. It's unnecessary. So I was wondering, Disney just want to milk the franchise now? Disney is going to do live adaptations of everything? Sure, I wanted a live adaptation of Mulan when I heard that Zhang Ji was going to be the main actress. Where is that movie, Disney? Is that going to happen? I want to see that. Yeah, now there's going to be a live-action Beauty and the Beast, and Emma Watson is going to be Belle. But that one I'm hopeful for, because it's directed by Bill Condon, and it's freaking Emma Watson. I hope that she does it well. I hope the movie was good. It's good in the end. But still, live adaptation of Cinderella doesn't seem necessary to me. Until I heard that Kenneth Branagh was going to direct it. To me, he's one of those directors that can do a character like Cinderella justice. Like any fantasy character that you think wouldn't work on the screen. Like Thor. When I heard that Thor was going to be made into a movie, I was really dreading it. Because here's the thing, I knew that he was going to be in the big screen soon because he's part of the Avengers. But I never liked him in the Avengers. However, when I heard that Kenneth Branagh was going to direct Thor, I was really curious. I was like, okay, this guy could probably pull it off. He knows his shit. So, I finally saw Thor, and yeah, Thor had a bunch of problems, but I thought it was a decent film, and I thought Kenneth Branagh did the character justice. So now, live adaptation of Cinderella. I like this movie. I'm shocked about it. I couldn't believe how much I liked it. And here's the weird thing. It's 2 hours long. Almost 2 hours long. But, yeah, the backstory, the 20-minute backstory for this movie actually benefited the movie. And it's weird. I guess it feels like padding, but I think it really does justice to the character. It made me care more about Cinderella. This movie is about Cinderella. It's not like 60% Cinderella, 40% the rats saving the day. No, it's not like that. It's really like 80% Cinderella, 20% the prince story. And I like that. I thought Kenneth Branagh did a good job. He knows what's important, so he shows what's important. And I thought Lily James, not only is she a beautiful actress, but I thought she played the character well. She was great. I cared about her character. I want her to live a happily ever after. And that, I gotta say, that's way better than the animated movie did for me. So the 20-minute backstory, it actually shows Cinderella's parents. And the mother is played by Haley Atwell, a.k.a. Peggy Carter. And I thought she's beautiful. She's fantastic. I thought she was great in the role. But then she had that Disney sudden illness death thing that plagues almost every single Disney movie with that kind of stuff. Seriously, she was fine. She was just singing Cinderella to sleep, and then all of a sudden she collapses, and I'm like, where did that come from? And then she gives the final speech to Cinderella before she passed away, and it was a very touching scene also, but at the same time, it happened like 5 minutes in. I was like, Jesus, man! Guardians of the Galaxy much? Wow! And she gave the speech about have courage and be kind, and she keeps saying that, and then she dies, and then the father is lonely, and Cinderella's all grown up, and the father wants to find another wife again, and Cinderella doesn't blame him. She's like, I want you to find your happiness, because you're my father and I love you. So I thought that was good. It made me really like Cinderella even more. And yeah, I gotta say, Cinderella is too much of a goody two-shoes, but then, again, she's always like that in almost every single interpretation of the story. But here, Lily James seems so genuine about it. So, that's the thing, probably to other people that, oh my gosh, she's too good, I don't like that kind of character. I understand that. But she does have some internal conflict, and I like that she shows that. So, the father marries the wicked stepmother, who is played by Cate Blanchett, and I loved her in the movie. I hated her so much because she was so good. And she played an evil person. So darn evil. And wow. Here's the thing, the wicked stepmother from the animated Cinderella movie, she felt more like a female version of Darth Sidious from Star Wars. But here, though, she's a lot like Cruella de Vil, and I really like this version of her. And I still think the Darth Sidious version from the anime movie is a bit superior, but Kate Blanchett, I mean, she's Kate Blanchett. She's talented, she's great, and she's beautiful, and my God, she's hamming it up, she's over the top, and she's great. And I love the fact that her character does have some depth, especially near the end, when she explained everything to Cinderella. She knows that Cinderella's beautiful and honest and good, and she's jealous of that. And she knows that Cinderella is so much better than her two idiot daughters. And yes, she even says that her daughters are idiots. She thinks that they have no talent whatsoever or no brains. Because there's this one scene where the daughters were expressing their talents. So one of them was drawing a portrait of Kate Blanchett, which looked hideous, and Kate Blanchett knows that. And the other one was playing on the piano and singing at the same time, and Kate Blanchett says, "Oh, do shut up." So at least that's good. I like that. And the two evil sisters, yeah, they're over the top as well, and you hate them so much, so the actresses did a good job with that. And, but I'm not sure which one I preferred, the movie or the animated one, because in both versions, I hated them. Lucifer. Oh yeah, here's the thing. The rats are CGI in this movie, and they're not in the movie that much. I would say like 20% of the movie, and they don't talk, they don't wear clothes, they are more like the CGI squirrel from Enchanted. So yeah, they'll do something that humans would do, like point and stuff like that, or slap hands down when Gus tries to steal your food or something like that. But they do just act like rats, who just happen to understand Cinderella, who just happen to live a long life. Seriously, Cinderella was like a little kid when she met up with the rats, and then all of a sudden, she's like, I don't know how old she's supposed to be, 17, 18, I don't know, and the rats are still living. I'm like, dang. And Gus doesn't seem old, even though he's a big, heavy mouse. But I do like the fact that they're CGI. And the CGI work in this movie is well done. Lucifer is mostly a real cat, and in some shots he's a CGI cat, but that's only if he's trying to chase down Gus and the rats. And yeah, I do like the fact that Lucifer only chased after the rats once and hits his head and then just gives up after that. And I thought that was a nice touch, because it's like Kenneth Branagh knows that, okay, I'm just having the mice and the rats, mice and Lucifer here just because of the animated movie. But that's not the focus here. The focus is Cinderella. So that's good. A major improvement in this movie over the animated one is the prince. I thought the prince was very charming in this, and also he has a couple more scenes more than the animated one. He has a bigger personality in here, and I like the fact that he and Cinderella actually have a conversation. An actual conversation. When they first meet up in the woods, they were talking about hunting, and Cinderella's trying to tell him not to hurt the stag, and he's trying to figure out, oh no, this is just for fun, what am I supposed to tell the other people and stuff? And they talk briefly about the origins without giving too much away, and I do like the fact that they remain mysterious because they kind of like that about themselves. So that's good. I really like the talking between them. Yeah, they do meet up like 3 times throughout the entire movie before they get married, but I thought that was so much better than the animated movie. Also, the prince shows up around the halfway mark, or I could probably be wrong, it feels like halfway, but the prince shows up halfway, and then you realize that he has a bunch of scenes dedicated to him. They show his relationship with his father, a king, who is sick, and he's about to die soon. And Cinderella understands that because her father died of an illness. So these two can relate, and I like that about the movie. In the animated one, sure, I like the king, mostly because he's a buffoon and he talks loud and stuff. But in here, you do care about the king. He has a great personality, and you're sad that when he dies, and you're sad in the final scene when he dies, and the son is sad about that. I thought it was very touching. So, are there many, many differences between this one and the other one? Not really, no. But they just enhance on what's important for a Cinderella movie. And I thought this movie did a good job. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about the fairy godmother. Yeah, I preferred the fairy godmother in the animated movie more, but Helena Bonham Carter had a lot of fun in this role, and wow, she looked beautiful, honestly. Sure, her dress was silly, but it's meant to be anyway, but yeah, she's kind of like Glinda, but just put Helena Bonham Carter in there. And I thought she was great. She was a lot of fun. The CGI work with the pumpkin carriage and... oh yeah, the set design is great. And the dresses are fine. And I love Cinderella's blue dress. I thought that was very beautiful. And I do like the fact that the fairy godmother actually explains some of the rules of her magic. That part I didn't understand in the animated movie when Cinderella just goes to the ball, but the wicked stepmother doesn't even recognize her. But in here, Helena Bonham Carter just puts a magic spell on her, so the wicked stepmother doesn't recognize her. So I thought that was good. And one of my favorite jokes, which cracked me and my best friend up, is when the goose turns into the driver, and the first thing he says is, "I am a goose. I don't know how to drive." Yeah, the set design is great. The dresses are fine. Chances are this movie will get nominated in one of those categories. The score is great. It's like a modern interpretation of the score from the animated movie. I thought that was fine. And here's the weird thing. The songs are in this movie, except during the end credits. I don't get that. I kind of prefer them in the movie because they're actually well done. I mean, Helena Bonham Carter sings the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo song, and I was shocked at how good it was. I'm like, Jesus, Helena Bonham Carter, this should have been in the movie. I wanted you to sing that while turning everything and stuff. But no, probably Kenneth Branagh's like, nah, I'm trying to ground this into reality. But at the same time, I can't enrage the audience, so I have to put the songs in there somehow. I'll put them in the end credits. If people are still waiting in the theaters during the end credits. Hopefully because of the Avengers, everyone thinks there's an after-scene credits. So, yeah, the songs are good, and I kind of want them in the movie, but I can understand why they're not in the actual movie. They're just in the end credits. So, that's how I feel about Cinderella. It's well done. I'm shocked about it. And I kind of like it more than the animated movie. I know there's probably people out there who thinks I'm wrong, that the animated movie is far superior, and I get that. But it's just that I guess times have changed, and here's the thing, I still respect the original animated movie. I still respect it. It's still a classic. I mean, I'm glad I saw it as a kid, and I'm glad I saw it now, and if I have kids, I'll definitely show them that. But once they grown up, I'll probably show them the live-action movie. Seriously, if this is the way live adaptation of Disney classics are going to be, then that's good. Because this movie is so much better than Maleficent, and I cannot wait to see Beauty and the Beast, because I think Emma Watson is going to be great. And I think Luke Evans plays Gaston, so that's going to be interesting. And since it's directed by Bill Condon, if it's a musical, oh my god, I can't wait to hear people sing. So, that's my review on Cinderella. Write down in the comments below how do you feel about the movie. If you watched it, did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you like the animated movie or this one? Let me know. Guys, if you like this video, please click the like button. If you like to subscribe, there's an annotation here for subscribing. So until next time, guys, see you later, and thank you for watching.